Focusing, the same question, more focusing on the UK side of things. So Ollie mentioned that for him, a landmark year for him was actually 2009, where England went to, I think it was New Zealand, came back from the death in the final to win it in injury time, and then actually repeated that same thing in the London Marriott Sevens. And from his perspective, what he's seen is since that tournament, the London Marriott Sevens gates have grown exponentially as a direct result of that moment, and that's something he's noticed.
I thought he said that year because that was the year he won the World Player of the Year. I think 2009 was his turning point because I won the World Player of the Year. I look at the London Sim because I've seen it from when it first started, and that's the romance. I think catching up with Ollie. Being honest, because they did. I commentated on that game. I remember commentating on the game, and it was Mickey Young scored it. After Dan Norton had scored a wonder try to get them back to go to extra time. But England had won back-to-back in Twickenham 2 years previously. Okay. But what he's right is that because of the interest in the game and the way that England in that England tournament, they re-looked at how they went about marketing their event, from being a rugby event to being a festival family event where rugby is the main part. It attracted far more parts of the rugby fraternity, and to enjoy the day that it is. There's good rugby, but there's also other things going around, and the reality is that if you get a lot of people in the same place, inevitably it creates an atmosphere and an environment, and then on top of that, you chuck a bit of sport in where the home country is doing well. You've got a recipe, a cocktail that's going to just, blow the place. And they couldn't have scripted it any better in 2009. The Kiwis extra time, back from the brink of death, score, place goes mad. Those types of events, which have happened in Dubai, in Hong Kong, all around the world. It comes back to what I said earlier, is that there used to be just 3 or 4, now they all are. Because they've all grown and created their own identity for their own kind of leg of the series. And you need your own identity in order to then grow your product. And then you just need to make sure the teams rock up and give you some good rugby. And they did that year.
Yeah. Okay, looking...